love the Lord. So I need only transparent, real people on this stream tonight. Please.
Some of y'all got booty fingers.
I need y'all to get your nails, get your fingers tapped.
Some of them don't have them fingers,
so
baby.
we can talk. Cause I'm not gonna be talking at you today. You're gonna be talking to me today.
Babe, some of them got booty fingers. Okay?
Listen, how many of you have ever been angry?
Yes.
Just say yes, no, maybe so. I just need to know. Have you ever been angry?
Yes.
To the point of, I want you to tell me. Yes, yep, okay, I see, I need, okay, yep.
Stop being so deep. Y'all come on here. Stop being so deep.
Have you ever been frustrated? Now you've been angry. Now I want you to combine angry with frustration. Tell me yes, because I want to make sure today I wasn't by myself.
That was a lot of cussing right there. I mean, I be cussing up a storm if I'm angry and what?
Angry and frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time. Third question, y'all. Thank you, Swaggy. This is number 3. This is my number. Have you ever been angry? If you're religious, get off of here. Because I'm getting ready to say a word that might offend.
Rodney, what's up, man?
Have you ever been angry, frustrated,
Yes,
and pissed off?
sound like you're constipated.
If you've ever been all 3, put 3. Just put the number 3. Hit 3, click, click, click. I'm not even talking about you frustrated here. Okay, I'm angry here. Okay, no. You all 3 in 1. This is what I'm talking about. This is how we talk to people. Yes, y'all, that was me today. I had every emotion. It was more than 3, but those are the main ones today.
But you handled very well when you was talking to me because you about to cry.
And
oh my God.
You know when you get to those 3, it's especially when you know God has told you to do something. You've never done it before. You've never been down this road before. You don't even know what you don't know. All you know is you trying to obey. So you think obeying, the enemy is really going to say, you know what, boo, I want you to go ahead and obey God because what he has for you to do, it's going to be a blessing to so many people. I'm just going to sit back and let you obey. I was thinking that way. I was just so gun-ho. God, okay, you want me to do this? I need you to help me because I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all. This is how the enemy tricks us into, he can't make you do nothing, right? But he can allow things to come your way to make you quit. If he makes you quit God's assignment, that's all he needs. He gonna walk away. He said, mission accomplished, and he gonna move on out the way.
Yep.
My husband said something to me today. Y'all, when he called me, he knew something was wrong. And I'm gonna break it down and tell y'all what happened today. My husband said, babe, what you're about to do when it comes to prayer, you're getting ready to introduce something that's going to bring women closer to God. Think what I'm getting ready to say. Prayer is power, and the enemy knows that. But also we have to be wise on how we communicate sometimes so the enemy can't even know what we're talking about, what we're saying. That's why when God was saying, don't be around here babbling and praying all loud so everybody can hear you on the mountaintop. You already got your reward. You're trying to speak all eloquent and loud. No. I need you to go into your closet, in your quiet, secret place.
Shut that door.
Shut the door. It's just me and you, and nobody knows the secret corners of your heart but me. I understand that. It's not just for us, but it's also so the enemy don't have too much information about what God is doing in your life. He gonna throw the sink at, he gonna throw the chair at you, he gonna throw the kitchen sink at you, everything he can to make you angry, frustrated, pissed off, so you can give up. Do you know how many people died with God's assignment in their spirit, but because the enemy came and they didn't know how to deal with all these emotions and frustrations and being pissed off and being angry and being confused and all this other stuff, they didn't know how to handle it, so they gave up. God said, he didn't say it was going to be easy. It's just easier when God is driving, when you give him the wheel.
And then born had a little baby. Yes, they did.
All right,
there
y'all.
was 3 in the family. And that's a favorite number. You remember that song?
That's before my time.
That, everybody got that Schoolhouse Rock. That Schoolhouse
I
Rock.
didn't watch that.
Oh,
All right, y'all.
y'all so young.
So today,
Commercial break.
that was a commercial break. We are now back. Commercial break. Thank you, Aretha. I know somebody on here, God has told you to do something. You're not even that person right now. Because you have those people who listen to God and don't obey. But y'all on this live stream, God told you what to do. He confirmed it. And you said, okay. If that's you, say me. M-E, just put me. That's me. You tired of waiting, you tired of procrastinating, you tired of excuses, you tired of saying what you can't, won't do. You doing it. You are doing it. You have taken the step to do it. Say me. Okay. All right. I'm talking to you right now. In the midst of the me's, for those who don't know, God prepared me to start designing prayer journals. And I started. Up all night, in the morning, in the afternoon, doing what I think I'm supposed to do. God helped me through the whole thing. Got the journals, y'all. Picked them up. I got all of them, right? So to me, that was like the hard part. Until the day happened. So I'm happy, y'all. I'm excited. I done jumped over one hurdle. Now it's time to mail them out. The first batch. Because the second batch isn't here yet. So I go to the... No. I call the representative. And we talked on the phone again. You don't know what you don't know, so you don't even know
what... At the post office?
At the post office.
Okay.
So you don't know the question. So the person you're supposed to talk to, they're giving you information based on what they think you're supposed to know. They're not really asking you any questions. You don't really know what to ask. All you know, you're just trying to take as much information in, again, because you don't know what you don't know, right? Y'all, I stayed on this phone with this lady for about a good 10, 15 minutes. And she's giving me all this information. I'm writing it down. Okay, I'm ready. I done packaged everything. I'm loading up the car. And I'm heading to the post office. I get to the post office. Now, mind you, I've been on the phone, and the lady told me exactly what to do. I get there, and the man that's working there, he's acting like, for one, he didn't want to help me. Very short. You can't use that. Excuse me?
I told him if I would have been there, he would have lost his job.
You can't use that mail for what you're trying to mail.
He would have lost his job, and I would have went to jail because he wouldn't have been working.
I said, what do you mean? You're going to have to take... Now, I have signed, sealed, and trying to deliver these things, right? He telling me I have to go back and undo all of it. And you know, once you rip the paper off and you stick it, you can't unstick it unless you cut it. Yo, I sat there in that place doing like this. This is what I'm doing. Because I can feel the heat. It's rising up. This is the first stage. I'm getting mad. I'm getting angry. And I'm like, Lord, you're going to have to help me. I'm rocking. And this older lady, bless her heart, she's feeling me.
That's right, Didi.
She feeling me. And she said, ask him for his supervisor. Now she feeling me because she's a witness. She said,
and she worked there.
No. This lady worked there.
She wasn't working
She was
there?
a customer.
Oh, okay. I thought she was the worker. Okay.
Customer. She said, ask him for a supervisor. She was in front of me. I said, excuse me, can I speak to your supervisor? I get her. He kept working. Wasn't trying. And I'm up there trying, y'all, I'm praying, I'm trying. I'm getting frustrated. I'm angry, now I'm frustrated. This lady say, did you not hear her? See, God always will have somebody in your corner. And it's somebody you don't know, somebody you least expect, somebody that don't even look like you will come to defend you on your behalf. Y'all.
That's why you ain't got to fight your own battles.
That's what God said. Don't worry about it. This lady said, did you not hear what she said? She needs a supervisor. Go get her a supervisor now. I'm gonna go now. No. This lady said, no. You gonna go get a supervisor for her now. Someone gave her misinformation, and it is not her fault. Y'all, she was going off on my behalf, but she knew I was back there like, Lord. So the supervisor finally comes out. And she says, how may I help you? I couldn't even get my words together. I said, I spoke to someone yesterday. They told me exactly what to do. And this man is telling me that I have to rip every last one of these up because I cannot deliver them like this. This lady said, I'm sorry. That is correct. I said, what? She said, she said, do you know who you talked to? I said, no. And y'all, I never, ever get off the phone. When I say never, I never get off the phone without a name. Vito knows this. I'm all about documentation. I think I was just so excited. I didn't even think about her name. I was like, I don't know who she was, but she told me this is what I needed. Y'all, I had already bought the shipping label printer. I bought the shipping labels. I purchased the labels. And once you put those shipping labels on a package and you try to pull them up,
they're going to tear.
They're going to tear. So I wasted money. I wasted time and energy. Y'all, I got pissed off. The pissed off came from his attitude. I think had he had a better attitude, I probably would have decreased, de-escalated, but he made it worse. So she said, all I could tell you to do. So he decides to say, well, she's going to have to cut him off and tape them on there. Cut my shipping labels off of the cardboard priority mail and stick them on. But then he said, ma'am, you're going to have to now go over there and buy all of those shipping envelopes to put all of your journals in. Y'all, I said, if I didn't know this was God that told me to do this, I would have been questioning. I would have had doubts. I would have been like, God, are you sure this is what you were telling me to do? Not one time did I ask that question. My question was, God, why is this happening? God, what lesson am I supposed to learn from this? This is not just about packages. It's bigger than that. You know, we just see what's on the surface, but God showed me. I'm getting there. I need y'all to stay with me. God showed me. But y'all, I said, I got to go all the way home and start over. So that means all these beautiful packages that I made for y'all, for those who have ordered, I had to undo all of them. Tear them open, cut them open, and start over. That was number one. That's the first process. That's why I was angry. Here go number two. Here go frustration. So we leaving. I'm going home. I had to bring one back. So I did what they told me to do. I cut out the labels. So for those who get the first batch, it's pretty on the inside, but outside it's gonna look kind of crazy because of this. I was gonna call him a name. Nut. I go home. I'm doing some research, and I hear when you are mailing a media mail, you can't have decorations, you can't have business cards in there, you can't have thank you cards in there, it has to be your straight book. So I called the post office just to see if that was true. And the person said yes. I said, can I come back down? I said, what would happen if there's stuff in there? We give them a right, if you ever send anything media, we give them the right to rip open our packages and inspect them. They will rip it up, cut it up, and they will either one, send it back to you, or take all the stuff out, so all the goodies and all the things that's in there, they'll take it out and then send the customer the ripped up package with the book.
Taped up.
I said, are you kidding me? They say that's what media mail is. You know, you giving us the permission to rip it up if we feel like we need to. Y'all, I got back in my car. I drove back down there again. I called on my way. I was in my car and I called him. I said, hey, I just came up there today and I dropped off some packages. I want to know, can I come back and get them? He said, what time was that? That was 9 o'clock. I called him around noon. He said, yeah, it's not too late. You can come pick them up. I get back there. They had all the packages in the back waiting on me. This man named Patrick. If you are watching, God bless you. Went up to Patrick. Now, on my way home, I was praying and asking God, what lesson do you have for me? Right? On my way there, I say, God, you're going to have to help me because it's getting too much. The emotions, because I'm like, it's too much. So when I got there, I went from, through prayer, because of prayer, angry, frustrated, pissed off, to weak. I had no strength to fuss, to fight. I just needed some help. I walked in there, I said, I just need some help. I've never done this before. I need someone to help and tell me what to do. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what to ask for. Tell me what I need to do. I'm going to take all these things back home, so I want to make sure I do it right. Patrick said, you're not taking these back home. I said, how am I going to do it right? He said, because if there's any advertising, if there's any paper, if there's any, postcards, business cards, just let us know. There's a letter inside because it weighs less than an ounce, And we were just going to add 55 cents to it. You're not going to rip anything up. You're not taking anything back home. Y'all, this lady who was working there, she heard this. Her name was Dawn. Bless you if you're watching. She said, Patrick, I didn't know that. I say, see, Patrick, if I come back up here and you're not here, somebody's going to tell me I can't do that. He say, no, everybody's supposed to know, but you know, you always have that one. Like, you always have that one who just didn't listen to training. I said, so all I had to do was say I had a letter in there because it weighed less than an ounce. And all you will have to do, he said, yeah, I just add 55 cents and bam, you have your stuff. And
I believe that first guy knew that.
I did too, but I didn't say nothing. I didn't say, because he wasn't there. The guy who I dealt with before, he was going to lunch. Let me tell you how God worked.
God moved him right on that
So
door.
I had Miss Dawn and I had Mr. Patrick helping me out. And again, my emotions are being subsided through prayer. And now Patrick, he said, so all you need is some education. I said, that's all. I'm not too proud. I'm not too big. Teach me. He said, this is what you're going to do. He told me verbatim. Bam, 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 bam. And I was like, really? He said, matter of fact, you don't even have to come in here and buy any of this. Now, let me rewind. When that young lady defended me, before she walked out, she said, baby, let me tell you something. Don't come back up here anymore and buy any of this stuff. You're going to go to Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Walmart, and get all of your packages half the price. I said, older lady, beautiful. She said, yes, ma'am. Don't come back up here and spend all this money that you don't need to spend. I said, okay, well, thank you. She told that to me. Patrick came back and said the same thing. You can go and get whatever you want package, and we can put this label on here, add the 55 cents, and you good to go. Dawn is the other person who worked there. She says, I'm sorry, Marshall, because you know my name by now, Marshall. But if you don't mind me asking, what is it that you're trying to ship? I said, they're prayer journals. She said, prayer journals? So Patrick said, wait a minute, let's stay focused. She said, girl, I need to see them prayer journals because I am in a detoxification. She's doing a transformation, all natural. She said, I'm giving up everything. I'm doing a cleansing. She said, I know this is God. I need to see your prayer journals. I said, yes, ma'am. So after we talked, she said, when you finish with Patrick, I'm going to go take my break and we're going to talk. I said, yes, ma'am. Patrick did all my packages. I didn't have to take anything back home. I didn't have to take anything and rip them back up. He took care of everything for me. Blessings even in your frustrations as long as you don't quit. That's what I was learning. You can pray while you're angry. You can pray while you're frustrated. Those are the best times, y'all. You can pray when you are pissed off.
Just don't give up.
Just don't give up. Don't give up and don't stop praying. It's those moments you need to be praying when you pissed off, so you won't go sinning. He says that. Be mad, be angry, but sin not. Don't sin. Just pray. Pray. While you're praying, he's putting everything back together again. Your emotions, the assignment, everything is subsided. Y'all, I went from those 3 emotions to happy, overjoyed, and blessed. Those were the next 3 things that came from the first 3. After he did everything, this lady did not lie to me. She said, let me rewind. Before I went to the post office, the Holy Spirit said, I need you to take some books with you in the car. Take you some cards. I'm like, why? This is me. I'm saying why, but I'm still being obedient now. I'm saying why. I got everything, put it in the car, like, okay. This was why. She said, go in your car and get me some, I want to see them. So I got the stone and I got the flower. And when she saw them, she was like, oh my goodness. She felt them. They feel like soft leather material. She was looking through them. She was like, this was a setup from God. She says, I've been wanting. She said, I journaled all my life, but I wanted something fresh and something new because I know God was doing a new thing in my life. That's what she's saying. She said, you coming back here was not a coincidence and it wasn't an accident.
Nope.
It was for me to get this book from you. She said, how much it cost? So I told her how much it was. She didn't have any money. She said, but I'm going to go get it. She went to Patrick and she said, give me some money. He gave her the money. She took the book, y'all. This one right here, she took the book. Then she said, Jackson, come here, Jackson. Your wife need this book. His name, DJ Jackson. He came and got the book. He looked in the book. He said, oh my goodness. How much it costs? I told him. He goes in his wallet. He said, here. He said, I need some cards because I know a lot of people who would love these. She got cards. She's going to get the gift set. He got cards. Check this out. She looked at my book. She said, girl, I'm in a process right now with getting back to what God has for me in the natural. She said, I'm going natural because I don't want these chemicals in my head. She said, I'm going natural with the foods that I'm eating. She said, I got to do it for me. She said, this was nobody but God. So these are some things that she was saying that she was going through the process, y'all, and how she needed this prayer journal because she know it's nobody but God that's taking her through. So I said that to say this. Even when you're the first three, angry, frustrated, and pissed off, the common denominator is to stay in prayer and don't quit. Because in a few minutes, right around the corner, you got blessings, joy, overflowing like a river. But a lot of times, I'm going to use 3 because y'all know I love 3. We take 2 steps, and that 3rd step was the blessing. The first one was hard. You're going to try it. The second one was even harder. You're like, you know what? I can't do it no more. But the 3rd one is where the blessing is getting ready to kick in. And how many of us have stopped at number 2? We've stopped at the 2nd step and we have walked away, and now you got to start all over again. You got one more step. Now you done made how many steps? 100 steps. You got 103. And you got to 102 and gave up. And on that 103, your blessing was right there. When you know it's God, it's hard to give up.
That's the key.
When it's your flesh telling you to do something, it's easy to give up.
Right.
Because there's really nothing.
You can't hold on.
There's no substance. There's nothing there to hold on. But when you know when God tell you to do it, it's really not for you.
Right.
It's for somebody else.
Absolutely.
It's to bless somebody. Somebody's hurting. Somebody's depressed. Somebody's suicidal. Somebody's about to give up. And they need you to continue to obey God. They need you not to quit after number 2. They need you to say yes despite of. Y'all, I could have said forget it. Let them open up the packages. I'm not going back up there. I don't care. Let them do what they got to do. That Holy Spirit, no, you're going to be back in that car, and you're going to go all the way back, and you're going to start over. And when I started over, he had a new crew there waiting on me. He will have new people in the same situation you just turned away from. And sometimes because we think that same person was there, we don't want to go back and face them. But God said, if you just obey me, I'll take care of them. Absolutely. Don't you worry about it. Because it's the same place. 9 o'clock, y'all, I went there. I went back at noon. 9, 10, 11, 12. There go number 3 again. I didn't even know that. Went back up there at 12 o'clock. The man who was there in the beginning at 9 was gone at noon. Tell me that wasn't God. Nobody can tell me there's not a God. You can't tell me when God gives you an assignment, He hasn't already figured this. He has the blueprint. Just because you don't know, don't mean He doesn't know. Oh, He knows. It wasn't about those packages. God said, "You can do that." It wasn't about the tape and the decorations and. It was about when that lady went on break, and she said she needed this. It was about me figuring out what I need to do to move forward. Because there's some more prayer journals that's coming. And I got to know how this process works. So I got to go through the same thing over and over. First natural, then spiritual. God was showing me all of this stuff at one time. It wasn't just one lesson. It was a whole bunch of lessons in one. And sometimes we miss the lesson because we frustrated, irritated, mad, and pissed off. When I got home, finally settled, I went in the office, and my husband come and say, "Babe, guess what?" He said, "Guess what's here that wasn't supposed to be here till August?" The VIP gift sets, y'all. I went through
boxes.
all.
The boxes of the gift.
This is what the gift sets are going. These are the boxes.
Right.
They weren't supposed to be here till the end of August. They came the same day that I went through that HE double hockey sticks this morning with the first batch. But guess what I know now? Guess what I know what I didn't know at 9 o'clock this morning, and it is 9 o'clock this evening. Y'all, you talking about somebody was happy? Y'all, there's so many lessons to be learned, and just when you know it's God, it don't matter. It don't matter what people say. It don't matter how people treat you. That enemy mad because you obeyed. Come on.
And understand this too. Just because the enemy mad, that don't mean he's going to be successful in his anger of him trying to disrupt or detour you away. There's something that we talked about a while ago, a long time ago, when we first started the process live. We were talking about the process. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end in your process.
It's the process.
It's the starting process of you starting off. It's the middle. That's when it kind of really, kind of get to the point where, okay, I'm feeling good, everything, but then that end is where the challenging part comes in, because the end, once you complete the third, now the reward comes, and it's one of those things where you have to understand that in your process and how God was doing, what God was doing and showing my wife, He was basically showing her, no matter what it looks like, no matter who say what, no matter what it sounds like, and no matter what the enemy try to do, he would not be able to prosper. Because once God puts something in your spirit and He chooses you for something, and you know He's choosing you for something, there lies the strength. That's when you can push forward. But just because you know that He's chosen you for this, and just because you know that you heard His voice, and just because you know that He has given you direction, and you know He told you to do this, it doesn't mean that you are not going to experience the opposition. It doesn't mean that you're not going to experience the particular attacks, because that's what the purpose of the enemy is for. He has, what took place today, God was really showing my wife, okay, the next time this happened, you won't have to worry about getting frustrated.
Angry or pissed off.
You don't have to worry about getting angry, and you don't have to worry about getting pissed off, because in the end, I'm going to show my glory. Even though it looks like that the enemy is winning, he's not winning at all. So this is the first part that my wife had to experience in this chosen assignment of these journals that God has put in her spirit to create and produce and disperse it out to those who have been touched in their heart to be able to want a journal. It's the assignment. And once she's learning, because think about this. I'm just say this and I'm gonna give it back to my wife. But check this out. Some of you read the story about what Christ went through, right? Well, I challenge you to go back to Matthew and just read when Jesus had been brought before Pilate and falsely accused, and the process that he had to go to when he was betrayed, all right, coming out the garden, and they came and got him, and he went to trial at night, and then he had to carry a cross, and at the same time while he's carrying the cross, he was beaten. Now just imagine if Jesus stopped right then in the middle of the street and said, you know what, I don't want to do this. And said, Father, forget this, just bring me on, take me out right now. And he disappears in front of everybody and just go to heaven and no one die for the sins. Can you imagine him stopping in the midst of his assignment that he was chosen to do? But you know why he was able to carry it out? Because he knew what his father told him to do. When you know what your father is telling you to do, it will give you the strength to continue to push on. No matter what type of stripes and type of attacks that you are going to have, I'm telling you right now, when you know that you know that you know that your father has told you to do something, trust me, you will have the strength to carry it on and to carry out the mission. Why? Because I say it all the time. God is not going to allow you to make him look like he don't know what he's doing. Because when he chooses you for something, he can't fail. Because he knows what he has put in you. Because when you hear his voice, and that voice is so clear, it gives you the strength to continue to push on.
Also, when you guys are obeying, God is going to send you people that's going to help you.
Absolutely.
On this journey.
Yep.
There's going to be some people who are not going to help you.
Nope.
Don't expect people to help you that you think should help you.
Right.
God is going to send the right people to help you who he needs for them to help you.
Right.
Does that make sense? He knows who he has assigned to help you.
Absolutely.
Just like he's given you an assignment of something to do, he also have assigned people
to help you.
Your assignment to help you.
Absolutely. Yep.
When I went to that post office, that guy was not assigned to help me.
That's why he acted the way he acted.
He was put there to frustrate me.
Right.
To aggravate me, to make me. Now, just like God has people assigned to help you, the enemy has people assigned
to discourage you. Right.
Know the difference.
Right.
He was not anointed, appointed, or assigned for me. His assignment was totally opposite.
Yeah, from the first guy, second guy.
He would have allowed me to do whatever. There's going to be people who know what you're supposed to do, and they're going to withhold information just to see you fail.
But God is going to what?
He going to move them right out the way.
That's right.
And he going to place the people that's going to help you with all.
Absolutely.
You're not going to even have to know what you don't know.
Right.
Because what you don't know, God going to make sure you know because somebody else know what you don't know.
Right.
And he's going to place those people in front of you to tell you everything in that moment what you need to know.
Absolutely.
But understand this and know this. That was one process of the assignment. There's many processes in a assignment.
Right.
Don't think just because one process God came, swooped you up, and now, hey, you blessed and highly favored, thanking Jesus, you screaming, you yelling, you
now you can go on vacation.
You can do what you want to do right now, and thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
But understand there's another process that you're going to have to face in your assignment.
Absolutely.
It's to make you stronger. It's to make you better. It's to make you continue to pray. If everything was perfect, why would you pray? What do you need God for? God is not trying to wean you off. He's not trying to make you get out there by yourself and you don't need me anymore. No. He wants you to forever depend on him. Because that's how he gets his glory.
Mm-hmm.
Without your dependency, he doesn't get any glory.
Absolutely.
Because you get the glory.
Yep.
You become little g God. He doesn't want that because he's a jealous God. So to make sure that you don't make yourself God or anybody else, he want to make sure that you continue to pray. Even when it comes to marriage. If the marriage was perfect, why would I have to pray?
Right.
If the marriage was perfect, why would he have to pray? There's no need. Because we got this, God. God said you don't have anything. You're going to need to pray. Y'all, I'm done. All I know is in this process, even when it comes to the printing company, when it came to outsourcing different things for the website, when it came to a lot of stuff that God didn't tell me to do, he said, I need you to designate because I've already assigned people. He's sent people to me to help me make sure I stay focused on what God told me to do. I did a video about that. How sometimes we can get distracted from our assignment because things that's within our assignment takes our attention from what we're supposed to be doing. God told me to design these, right? He didn't tell me to print them. Why am I trying to go and get a printer to print these out? Why am I trying to go research and do a DIY to try to figure out how to put these things up in here? God said, I didn't tell you to do that. I just told you to design everything on this book, on the back of the book and inside the book. Everything else, I've already got somebody to do that for you.
That's right.
Y'all, I was trying to decorate the boxes.
Trying to cut it out with the
tried
paper.
to cut it out with it. God said, what did I tell you to do? That's not, because that took so much of my time. It took time away from what he told me to do. He said, I got people assigned to your assignment to help you. You're not supposed to do this thing by yourself. You can't do this thing by yourself. Two is better than one. Come on, y'all. It's not prideful. Listen, it is not modest to say, I did everything myself. Oh, I feel so good. Girl, I did it all myself. Y'all, God is saying, no, it's not about what you do. It's about what I'm doing through you. Mm-hmm. Get the picture. If we can just get the picture, it's not about you. We won't be putting so much expectations on ourselves.
Come on now.
We wouldn't be putting so much stuff on our plate. I'll do it. You need to learn the power of no. God did not assign me to that. I thank you. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. There's a lot of things people have brought to my attention and they say, God said that I should come to you. Boo, God didn't tell me that. That's not my assignment. So I'm going to have to pass. I'm not interested. I'm intrigued. I'm flattered. Thank you. But that's not my assignment. Stop trying to be yes ma'ams and yes men's to everybody and say yes to God and what he has told you to do. Because a lot of that stuff is just a distraction from what you're supposed to be doing. Let the truth be told. Counterfeits will come as soon as you decide to wait. Counterfeits come as soon as you say, you know what, God, I'm going to do this your way. They coming. When you make up your mind to obey, they coming. That's in every aspect of your life. It's not just business. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about relationship. I'm talking about your personal life. I'm talking about your social life. I'm talking about your ministry. I'm talking about everything. If it ain't God, let it go.
Yes.
If it ain't God, say no.
Yes.
And you ain't got to be nasty with it. You can just say, no, I'm sorry. That's not the journey that God has me on. He has me on a different assignment. But if that's your assignment, girl, you better obey and you better run with it, boo.
Yeah.
Encourage them to obey. It's for them, not for you.
Yes.
If you have not ordered, y'all,
Listen.
We got
Can
him,
I say
y'all.
something? Can
We
I say
got
something? Can I say something? Let me just say this.
Okay.
Y'all listen. Listen. I am so godly proud of my wife, y'all. I mean, listen, I'm not even a journal person. I don't even journal.
Y'all better listen to these compliments.
Yeah, y'all make sure the lady hear this, okay? But I am so proud of what my wife, I'm so proud of how God chose her. Let me put it that way, because this is something that she never even thought about doing. But I remember being in prayer and asking God to reveal to my wife what He is purposing her to do and choosing her to do. And let it be clear to her, let her see it, let her hear His voice. I mean, these things that I was praying. And I'm not saying it has nothing to do with my prayer. It's just that when you know that your wife or your husband is being prepared for something, but you just don't know exactly what it is. But you can see something, but you still don't know what it is. But you're like, okay, she got this. Okay, God, it's something great that you finna do with this. You finna do something great with this woman. You finna do something great with your daughter. I don't know what it is. And the only prayer that I had, God, let me be here to see it and experience it with her. Okay? And when she told me,
I sent him a text.
because first she was talking about
The stop.
the stop. And even though I knew what she really was trying to get out of this, trying to take the classes of stock and all, I just believed that it was something else. It's something else, and I just wasn't feeling it. It's just something that wasn't clicking in my spirit, per se. But then when she said, and she told me about what God has put in her spirit to do, doing the journals, I said, that's it. I said, you can spend however money you want to spend. I do not care. And when you know that, it's like when you know that God, you knew that God was going to do something in your wife or in your husband, right? But you don't know what it is, right? And when that thing, when they say it and that thing clicks, it's in your spirit. Because it never came to me, but I knew when I was going to hear it, I knew it was going to be okay. This is God. When you know that it's God have dealt with her and God has given her the vision to do this and chose her for the assignment, you know that thing, God, oh boy. I mean, it's like, okay, this thing is way bigger. It ain't like somebody's creating flowers for a season and trying to sell them. Or someone is creating this for the season and trying to sell it. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with everything what God has assigned this assignment to be in order to help those who has a problem with knowing how to express their inner thoughts.
And I was sharing this today. When I started praying, because I pray verbally and I write prayers at the same time. But when I gave my heart to Christ in 1999, He put it in my spirit to start writing my prayers.
But He used somebody to influence you, to
No,
encourage you to do, right?
Not that. That was for you. That's the right
Oh.
for you. I'm talking about when I was writing to my father, that was just me and
Oh,
God.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Got
So I realized when I'm verbally, and this is just a Marshall thing, when I'm verbally praying, I'm spending most of my time in the head, trying to think of what I need to pray about. Trying to think, am I missing something? I'm trying to think about what I'm in my head too much in verbal prayer. I pray, but the level of prayer, when I write it down, it flows out of me differently. I'm not thinking about what I'm writing, it's just coming out. And that thing, you know, I'm turning pages. I'm praying things I didn't even know I should be praying, and it's coming out. Versus when I'm verbally, it's to the point, I said what I gotta say, and I'm gone. When I'm writing, it comes out in a different way. I feel closer to him. I feel like he has heard me. I've gotten everything out. If I was mad about something, I was able to be butt naked with him on the page. Not only that, I make sure, and even with these journals, I make sure every entry had a date and a time. And the reason for that is because if I had a prayer, if I was going through something on, like today, July 23rd, 2021, at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm praying and I'm writing that thing down, I can go back and look at it a year later and I can see where I am, and it increases my faith because it lets me know God has answered all of my prayers. Sometimes when you verbally pray, you forget what you done prayed and it just comes. And that's okay too, don't get me wrong.
It's therapeutic.
It doesn't matter.
Camille said, yeah.
Yes, but I'm writing that thing down and I can actually see it with my natural eyes, how God has answered everything.
And you wrote it down.
And I wrote, because I know then, if he answered those prayers, I was praying the will of God.
And it increases your faith.
And it increases your faith. The will of God comes flowing. Not only that, when I'm mad and I'm angry, God, y'all, I start writing in tongues. Because when I go back the next day, I can't see what I don't know. I'm writing so fast, I'm mad, I'm getting it out. But once you get it out, someone said it's therapeutic. That's healing. It allows me to, it's okay to get mad and write it out, pray it out, versus me taking that anger out on him. Or out on the people on my job. Or out on my daughter. God say, bring it to, cast your cares, bring it to me.
Absolutely.
Let me deal with it before you go out there with it. Because you're going to destroy something if you take those emotions out there. Because once you take them out there, once it's out your mouth, it's out. You can ask for forgiveness all day, but it was still heard, it was still said. So a lot of things is right here, y'all. I'm in it. If we didn't have this thing connected, I would take y'all to the back. I have been journaling since 1999. In 2003, a friend of mine said, have you thought about writing prayers for your husband? What husband? I'm single. No black book, no red book, no brown book. What husband? For the husband that God has for you. What do you mean write to him and pray for him? I prayed about it. God said do it. So I got a separate journal. Didn't know his name. Praying to him. And at the end of every prayer, I had the date, I had the time. Because and at the end of it, I would put M.E. blank. Because I didn't know what my last name was going to be. Now I know it's Smith. In our honeymoon, God said, now give that journal to your husband. And Vito is a number date person. He knows what's going on. He knows what was going on at this time. I don't understand, but he did it. He didn't read the whole thing, but what he did read, he remembered what he was going through on those dates and times. And he realized it was your prayers that got me through. It's obedience,
That's
y'all.
true. That is so true.
It may sound crazy because it's not popular. Don't ever listen to someone who says you have to pray this type of way. You got to be on your knees. How can you watch and pray and you on your knees with your eyes closed?
Yeah.
How can you watch and pray and you walking down the street and you closing your eyes? Who told you that? You pray when the unction comes upon you. Because something needed. If I had to wait every day to get to my bed, to get on my knees, I wouldn't be praying all day. Mm-hmm. God is not a God in the box. However you need to get closer to God, do that. He used me writing my prayers down to get closer to him. I'm telling y'all, That's just how he deals with me, and Vito can attest to this. When I write it out, he see it. It comes to pass.
Come to pass.
This is not no new age crap. No. This is not no manifestation and law of attraction.
When she write in that journal, in her prayer, she write her prayer down.
This is God.
It come to pass. I'm a living witness.
God is the originator of everything that has been perverted.
I be like, why don't you go write something about some lottery tickets or something?
That ain't the will of God.
Lottery, winning money and abundance of money and be wealthy and rich. Why don't you write that in your? I don't want to write that. I don't need to write that. Why not? It come to pass. I'm just.
But so that's the whole just.
Listen, y'all.
Of why God told me to do this.
Look at this. Now you talking about somebody took the time out. Now,
every detail,
listen,
y'all.
She took the time out. Every detail. And when I saw him, I'm like, that's pretty. I like that.
Every T, every dot.
I like that. That is nice. How did you? And I start asking questions, and then I start feeling the material. The material, and how I'm like, what is this material? How did that?
It's like a soft leather feel. It's not shiny. It's not matte. It's real soft and leatherish.
But listen, this came from out of her heart. Seriously.
Oh God.
Yeah. For her to have this vision in her heart, and God showed her where to go, how to do it, and then she put it into, and it's like, wow. I'm like, okay, God, I know this was you, but I know this is you for real. So it's a blessing, though. To be able to see it.
It's two types. This is the diamond. And these have all the stones and diamond in it. And this one is just the flower. So it has the flower. So you can kind of see everything's the same except for the design. This is a flower design. These are stones and diamond.
Yeah. It's beautiful though.
So
it's nice, man.
And for those who don't know, there's 3 options. You can get the journal by itself. Pick the one you want. You can get a gift set, which is the marble. I don't have one with me. The marble book. It comes with the journal, the marble, the diamond pen, bookmarks inside, and I'm throwing some secret little things in there. And this is the big dog here.
That's your VIP.
This is the VIP. It comes with all the goodies.
She designed the box. Y'all, listen. She designed all of that on the box and everything. I'm serious. I'm not lying. She designed, turn the box around, with the high heels on there. She designed that. With all of that, and that's what comes into that's the VIP box.
And they told me it wasn't going to be here until the end of August.
Yeah,
it came today when I was going through all that hellion. Today.
So I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud of her. And see, now listen. She always tell me that I'm the negative one.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, listen. I'm not negative, but I am very
What you get ready to find another name for it?
Okay, listen. Check this out. I've been in this for a while, so I know when God put an assignment in your life, there are going to be some haters, jealousy people who you think that was going to support, they're not.
Absolutely, Sandy.
And those who don't think it's not going to go nowhere. Did I say that part right? That's it. That's what I was looking for. Those who think that it's not going to advance, it's not going to go no further than what it is right now. And those are the ones that I want to say in advance, thank you. I want to say thank you because, listen, without haters, without people who are being negative.
You said the other day, I need somebody to hate on me so I can get blessed.
Right. Because the more people hate on me, the more God shows that He really is with me. The more God shows that He really is with me.
Sorry.
Okay? And that's what God does. He does that because He shows those who the naysayers are those who say that you can't do it, those who say that it's not going to go nowhere, those who say that it's not going to be successful, those who say that it's not going to be prosperous, those who are talking behind your back because you're going to get that, those who are talking on the side of their mouth because you're going to get that, those who are going to be talking negative about your assignment, you're going to get that. It is necessary for you to have them. So don't get upset when people don't support you. They don't supposed to support you anyway.
That's part of your assignment. That's why they
Okay?
get put there.
You don't supposed to look for people to support you. Only thing you're supposed to be doing is focusing on obeying God. I tell my wife that. I said, only thing you need to do is stay focused on doing what God told you to do. That's it. You don't worry about this. You don't worry about what they say. You don't worry about... No, because they're going to do that anyway. That was a part of what Christ had to go through. Yes, I'm telling you, you go back and read the life of what Christ did in Matthew and how he had the scribes and the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the people and the Jews and the people of his own kind who were basically naysayers. They were against everything what he was doing, everything what his father told him to do. They were against him. This is a part of their assignment. Part of their assignment was to be the naysayer. It was a part of the assignment of Judas was to betray Jesus. And you're going to have some people who are going to do that in your assignment. So what? But the wonderful part about this, the more people who are going to be against you, naysayers, talk behind your back, backstab you, speak sideways out of their mouth, who said that you're not going to be anything in life, who says that you're not going to accomplish what God told you to do, and who is waiting for you to fall, who's waiting for you to trip, who's waiting for you to give up. God is going to continue. Let me show you something now. God is going to continue to show them that they are liars. He loves to prove that he is the truth. And he loves to see that a liar will never outlive the truth. The truth will always outlive the lie. So those who are thinking negative towards you, those who are trying to come against you, those who are going to be talking about you, those who are going to say that it's not going to go anywhere, those who are saying to themselves, she ain't going to do nothing, that ain't going to last, this ain't going to do that, oh, I've seen that before. Okay, that's fine. Keep saying that. Because as you keep saying that, he going to continue to add.
So don't stop.
So please don't stop. I'm begging you. Please be that backbiter.
How you beg a backbiter
Please.
to keep doing it?
Please keep backbiting. Please continue to give that doggone negativity. Because it is because of your negativity and your backbiting and you talking about it and all of that and saying what it ain't going to be and what it ain't going to do, God can make you out of a liar.
So
I love it.
So don't get mad at them, y'all. Rejoice.
Yes.
When they start talking about you.
Tell them thank you.
Rejoice when you go through trials and tribulations.
Tell them thank you.
Rejoice because your blessing is on the way.
Because God is going to show them that they are lying. He loves doing that. Remember, God loves to reveal truth. And he reveals truth in so many ways. The truth will always outlive the lie.
Yep.
Always. And this is an assignment. Whether people on Facebook support this, whether people on YouTube support this or not, it doesn't matter. These are going to be distributed the way God wants them to be distributed. They're going to be sent all out the way God want to take them. It doesn't matter who support or not. I can care less. Because you can't stop what God started. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. However much negativity you're going to have, however much you want to talk about it, talk down on it, criticize it, you still can't stop what God started. You can't. So please keep doing it. Please, I beg you to do it. Thank you.
If you're looking for a wonderful prayer journal, the Write the Process Prayer Journal is perfect for you. This mini workbook, Prayer Journal for Women, is a guided prayer journal and devotional which includes prayer requests, personal reflections, prompts to take action, motivational activities, and journaling space to record your personal process through prayer to strengthen your faith and intimacy with God. It will motivate and inspire women just like you to write and pray to God every day. It offers another beautiful way to pray with personal devotions, prayer requests, reflections, and a lot more. Get your copy of Write the Process Prayer Journal online at theprocesslife.com/shop. Share the link on all of your social media so your friends can get their copy too. theprocesslife.com/shop.